What if I told you there are real worlds out there where it rains molten glass sideways at thousands of miles per hour? Planets with rings so huge they'd make Saturn look tiny and would dominate our own night sky. And what about ancient worlds, billions of years older than Earth, that orbit the corpses of long-dead stars? This isn't science fiction. These are actual planets that astronomers have found, and they are stranger than anything we could have possibly dreamed up. The universe is filled with worlds that feel like they just shouldn't exist. And today, we're visiting 7 of the most extreme. For centuries, when we looked up at the night sky, we only saw a handful of planets, our familiar neighbors right here in the solar system. We pretty much assumed other worlds would be like them, either small and rocky like Earth or huge gas balls like Jupiter. But now, with these incredibly powerful new telescopes, we've thrown open a cosmic floodgate. We're discovering thousands of exoplanets orbiting distant stars, and what we're finding has shattered all our old assumptions. We've come across impossible planets that seem to rewrite the rules of physics and make us question how universes are even built. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about space as we count down the top 7 worlds that defy all logic. Our journey starts 245 light-years from Earth, on a world that brings a sci-fi dream to life. If you've seen Star Wars, you know that iconic scene where Luke Skywalker looks out at a double sunset on his home planet, Tatooine. For decades, that was just fantasy. But then in 2011, we found Kepler-16b. This is what's called a circumbinary planet, which is a fancy way of saying it orbits not 1 but 2 stars. Imagine you're standing on a moon of this planet, just looking up at the sky. You'd see 2 suns moving overhead, casting 2 separate shadows on the ground. One sharp and bright from the bigger star, and a second, fainter one from its smaller, redder partner. Sunsets would be an absolute spectacle, with 2 stars dipping below the horizon, sometimes one right after the other, sometimes both at the same time. But hold on, don't pack your bags just yet. Unlike the desert world of Tatooine, Kepler-16b is a cold, Saturn-sized gas giant. There's no solid ground to stand on, and its temperatures drop to a bone-chilling minus 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Still, finding this planet was a huge deal. It proved that stable planets could form in the complicated gravitational tug-of-war of a 2-star system, opening our minds to all the different ways solar systems can be built. Kepler-16b was the first real proof that worlds with 2 suns aren't just possible. They're out there. Some planets are born in chaos, but our number 6 pick is a world that's being defined by its death. Meet WASP-12b, a hot Jupiter about 870 light-years from here. This gas giant is trapped in a terrifying gravitational fight with its parent star, and it's losing badly. WASP-12b orbits its star so tightly that a whole year on this planet is just over 26 hours long. That closeness is absolutely devastating. The star's massive gravity is physically tearing the planet apart, stretching it into a weird egg shape. But it gets even worse. The star's intense radiation is blasting the planet's atmosphere into space, stealing its mass at an incredible rate. We're literally watching a planet get devoured. The star is pulling its atmosphere off in a giant swirling cloud of gas that now surrounds the whole system. The orbit is decaying so fast that astronomers can actually measure it. They've calculated the planet only has about 3 million years left, which is just a blink of an eye in cosmic time. WASP-12b is a doomed, ghost-like world, giving us a terrifying real-time peek into the final violent moments of a planet's life. Get ready for a planet that completely breaks the laws of common sense. 30 light-years away in the constellation Leo, there's a world called Gliese 436b. It's about the size of Neptune, but it's hiding a secret that sounds totally impossible. Its surface is covered in ice, yet it burns at over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, or 439 degrees Celsius. So, how can you have ice that's hotter than an oven? The answer is a bizarre form of matter created by insane pressure. Gliese 436b has such powerful gravity that it crushes the water molecules on its surface with unimaginable force. This pressure is so intense it keeps the water locked in a solid state, even while it's being superheated by its star. This isn't the kind of ice in your drink. It's a dense crystalline form of solid water that scientists call Ice 10 or Ice 7. It's a world of burning ice. The planet is a total paradox. Its atmosphere is weird too. It's being slowly boiled off by its star, leaving behind a massive, comet-like tail of hydrogen gas that's 50 times bigger than the star itself. Gliese 436b is a perfect example of how the rules of chemistry and physics get twisted into alien shapes under conditions we can barely even imagine. Saturn is famous for its incredible rings, but they're absolutely nothing compared to the cosmic show going on around our number 4 pick. Say hello to J1407b, a planet, or maybe a brown dwarf, about 434 light-years away. This world has a ring system so gigantic it's been nicknamed the Super Saturn, and for a very good reason. The rings of J1407b stretch an unbelievable 111 million miles from end to end. That's about 200 times wider than Saturn's rings. To give you some perspective, if J1407b swapped places with Saturn in our solar system, its rings would completely dominate our night sky. They'd look many times bigger than the full moon. You wouldn't need a telescope to see them. They'd be a stunning, can't-miss-it feature hanging up there. When it was discovered passing in front of its star in 2007, its ring system blocked out 95% of the star's light for a whopping 56 days. The data showed a complex system with over 30 different rings. What's even cooler are the clear gaps in these rings. Scientists think these gaps are being carved out by exomoons that are forming around the giant planet. One big gap hints at a moon that could be as large as Earth. How a ring system this massive stays stable is still a puzzle for scientists, but it gives us an amazing snapshot of how planets and moons form on a scale we've never seen before. Just 41 light-years away sits one of the most exotic worlds ever found, 55 Cancri e. It's a super-Earth, with almost double Earth's diameter and 9 times its mass, and it's a planet of extremes. It whips around its star in a blazing fast 17 hours, meaning its surface is a total hellscape, with temperatures hitting 4,400 degrees Fahrenheit. The side facing the star is just a global ocean of molten lava. But the real treasure might be under the surface. Based on the planet's crazy density and the fact that its star is rich in carbon, scientists have theorized that 55 Cancri e could be a diamond planet. It's possible that a huge chunk of its mass, maybe a third of it, is pure diamond and graphite, forged in the intense heat and pressure of its interior. For years, scientists debated if this scorched world could even hang on to an atmosphere. But recently, the James Webb Space Telescope gave us a jaw-dropping answer. After its original atmosphere was burned away by its star, 55 Cancri e actually grew a new secondary atmosphere. It's likely made of gases like carbon dioxide that are constantly bubbling up from its massive lava ocean. It's a dynamic volcanic world, a raging inferno of molten rock with a heart of diamond. If you thought our last pick was a hellscape, this one is a straight-up nightmare. From faraway HD 1T9733b, which is about 64.5 light-years from us, looks like a beautiful deep cobalt blue, kind of like Earth. But don't let that peaceful look fool you. This is one of the most violent and terrifying worlds science has ever discovered. That pretty blue color isn't from oceans. It's from an atmosphere filled with silicate particles, the building blocks of glass. The planet is another hot Jupiter, and its atmosphere is superheated, creating weather that is truly alien. Winds on this planet scream at up to 5,400 miles per hour, which is over 7 times the speed of sound. And in this insane atmosphere, those silicate particles condense. Instead of water, it rains molten glass. But because of the hurricane-force winds, the rain doesn't fall down. It falls sideways in a terrifying hypersonic storm of glass shards. NASA even called it a nightmare world and said that getting caught in its rain would mean death by 1,000 cuts. HD 1T9733b is a world of pure violence, a beautiful blue marble hiding a storm of unmatched fury. Our cosmic tour has shown us planets of incredible wealth, violence, and beauty. But our number 1 world that defies all logic doesn't just challenge how we think about planets, it challenges our understanding of time itself. Meet PSR B162026b, nicknamed Methuselah. It is very possibly the oldest planet in the entire universe. Located about 12,400 light-years away, this gas giant is estimated to be an incredible 12.7 billion years old. To put that in perspective, our Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. The universe itself is only about 13.8 billion years old. That means Methuselah formed just 1 billion years after the Big Bang. It's a primordial world, a true relic from the dawn of the cosmos. Its existence completely flips our theories about how planets form on their head. Which of these worlds completely blew your mind? Was it the sideways glass rain on HD 1T9733b or the ancient timeless mystery of Methuselah? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you want to keep exploring the most incredible and terrifying places in our universe, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more cosmic journeys. Thanks for watching.